Did Tariq Nasheed sign a deal with the devil to divide black people worldwide? Please, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Tariq Nasheed, the man who claims to have coined the term Foundational Black Americans or FBA, has since taken another weird and problematic route to make money. He has been spending all his energy selling his anti-black African rhetoric to an audience and gathering views on social media. Tariq Nasheed has studied and carefully chosen his audience, which is essentially composed of gullible and weak-minded individuals among black Americans.
Spreading anti-black African rhetoric is how Tariq Nasheed has been shamelessly making his money nowadays.
It is sad this full-blown adult engaged in that childish behavior after he said he had heard on social media an African or some African individuals call African Americans Akata.
Tariq Nasheed was not anti-black African before these folks or CIA raided his home in California in the bright daylight. Did Tariq Nasheed then promise the devil, in exchange for his freedom, that he would do the devil's job of dividing black people worldwide?
According to Tariq Nasheed himself, he has been denigrating black Africans and promoting the delineation of black Americans from black Africans because he heard on the social media an African or some African individuals calling black Africans Akata. It makes no sense at all that Tariq Nasheed has been constantly insulting and denigrating all black Africans over this isolated incident.
Should not Tariq Nasheed only insult or harbor vitriol towards these African individuals who call black Americans Akata?
I could understand Tariq Nasheed attacking verbally and harboring vitriol towards all black Africans if Africans collectively had been harming or unaliving black Americans, like the Caucasoid group has been collectively and constantly doing these awful things to black people for centuries.
However, this is not the case at all. Why has Tariq Nasheed been attacking verbally and denigrating all Africans daily, instead of going after these African individuals he said they insulted black Americans? Black people globally are in a dire situation for their survival.
They face multiple threats from enemies and have collectively suffered enough at the hand of the Caucasoid group. Therefore, they can't turn blind eyes on what Tariq Nasheed has been doing, which is inciting inside fighting among black people and sowing division among black people worldwide.
This is not what black people collectively need right now. But unfortunately, Tariq Nasheed has been doing all these things for his personal gain only. Like politicians don't mean what they say in public, Tariq Nasheed has been pushing this anti-African rhetoric just to gain something financial out of it.
While some people still wonder what is the motive behind Tariq Nasheed making black Africans the enemy of black Americans, others have been calling him a grifter who has been scamming black Americans with his constant anti-black African rhetoric. This video I'm going to show you tell everything about the nature and character of Tariq Nasheed. Based on this video, one can see that Tariq Nasheed of all people is not only a grifter but also a pimp. As I said before, Tariq Nasheed's anti-black African rhetoric is crafted for gullible and weak-minded individuals among black Americans. Like a pimp knows how to psychologically manipulate his hoes in order to rob or financially exploit them, Tariq Nasheed knows exactly how to deliver his anti-black African rhetoric to his audience. The other weird side about Tariq Nasheed is that he is not even married to a black woman, but he promotes blackness and praises black women all day and night. Even the most stupid person can understand that biracial individuals are black when it is convenient and they never call themselves full black. Tariq Nasheed has been shamelessly telling everybody that her wife is black, though her wife's mother is Caucasian or white. But, when other biracial women become a subject of discussion, the same Tariq Nasheed always makes sure he mentions they are biracial or mixed. When did biracial people stop being biracial? Only a fool can say that a biracial person can stop being biracial, and only a scammer can tell a lie that a biracial or mixed people are black. Barack Obama was black or said to be black until he found a comfortable place among the people of his mother to show black people he is not one of them. Imagine Malcolm X or Martin Luther King married a biracial woman while promoting or teaching black consciousness. That would be so ridiculous. Tariq Nasheed, you know better and can do better, so stop this thuggish thing or this verbal attack on black Africans. You and your followers must know that black Africans collectively support the Black Americans delineation movement. Like everybody, black Americans have every right to delineate from whomever they want or to affirm their own cultural identity. Again, why has Tariq Nasheed been attacking verbally and denigrating all Africans daily over an African or some African individuals who called black Americans Akata and names?
black people globally are in a dire situation for their survival. They face multiple threats from enemies and have collectively suffered enough at the hand of the Caucasoid group. Therefore, black people collectively can't turn blind eyes on what Tariq Nasheed has been doing, which is inciting inside fighting among black people and sowing division among black people worldwide. This is not what black people collectively need right now. Because Tariq Nasheed apparently wants to make money by any means, he has been doing all these strange things for his personal gain only. Like politicians don't mean what they say in public, Tariq Nasheed has been pushing the anti-African rhetoric just to gain something financial out of it. Please, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Tanzania. I was over Tanzania. And, that's my first time going to that part of Africa. So I'm thinking about, people with malaria. And I'm like, hey, man, where are the kids with malaria so I can go, hug them or something? Where are the malaria people? Because when you think of Africa, you think of little sickly people. I'm looking at people all healthy and strong, and they looked at me like I was a damn fool. He's like, ain't nobody got no malaria. Yeah. He's like, brother, there's a tree right there. We can go crush the leaves, make a tea. We drink that. The malaria's gone in 3 days, brother. I'm like, wow.
What do you think about the presentation of Africa to African Americans?
See, we believe everything that the white supremacists tell us. They tell us that Africa is Tarzan. They got a new Tarzan movie out now, by the way. So everybody's walking around in grass thongs and naked and ashy and living in huts. And what's interesting about that, white people go over there living it up. Yeah. Man, they go over there vacationing, partying up. Every time I go to Africa, man, it's a plane full of white people over there. They got us scared to go, and they over there setting it off. Africa's beautiful, man. South Africa's beautiful. Yeah. Go to Zanzibar. Beautiful island right off the coast of Tanzania. It's beautiful over there, man. And the brothers and sisters are so open to us vibing with them and connecting with them.
How do they treat you as an American going over there?
Man, they love us over there. There's a myth that Africans don't like African Americans. Yeah. That myth comes from African immigrants coming over here and the white supremacists telling them, don't hook up with those black folks now. Hey. Because, whenever we talk about injustices, they always tell black people, hey, well, you don't like it, just go back to Africa. But every time we try to hook up, they sabotage it. Hey. Go back to Marcus Garvey. When we tried to hook up with Africa with Garvey, the FBI sabotaged that. Specifically, they sent in agents on Garvey. Back in the 70s, the Big New Brzezinski, they put out a paper saying we do not want Africans and African Americans hooking up at all. Because, there were a lot of African revolutions over there in the 60s and 70s, so people were fighting for their independence. Mugabe and all those people getting those white supremacists up out of there. So they didn't want us hooking up with that. When they did that Rumble in the Jungle with Ali and Don King, they didn't want that to happen. Yeah. But Muhammad Ali, and they wanted to go over there and link up with the people. That's why Muhammad Ali is a big icon. Right. That brother was on that Pan-African thing all the way back then. And even in the 90s, when Gaddafi, he was getting independence as far as economics. He's trying to get everybody on the gold standard over there. He was trying to hook up with African Americans through Minister Farrakhan. Gaddafi was going to give Minister Farrakhan $1 billion to help African Americans over here. It was Bill Clinton that came in and stopped that. You understand? So every time we try to link up with Africa, they throw a wrench in that. Yeah. So it's up to us to take that initiative and stop listening to what they tell us and realize that our brothers and sisters over there are very open to us. Mugabe, he's another one who said, hey, I want to hook up with African Americans. See, the thing is, Mugabe has taken control of his resources. He said, I'm getting these diamond mines back. Y'all not going to come over here and rape our resources and then leave us broke. We're taking control of everything. But then the white supremacists put trade sanctions on him and start talking about humanitarian issues, and he's a tyrant. But before him, Ian Smith, who was the prime minister of Rhodesia, that's what Zimbabwe was before it was Zimbabwe. I mean, that was an apartheid state. They were murdering and slaughtering the Africans over there, but they never said anything about humanitarian issues then. So we got to stop listening to them and start listening to each other.
That's why I'm so well known around the country. And I got a book. I'm one of the 5 pimps in history to actually have a book about the game. That's why I'm so well known around the country.
They'll try to say that my books was about pimping, and I've never written a book about pimping because I've never pimped anybody. I've never talked about doing that in any of my books or anything that I've done.
Man, I got a book. I'm one of the 5 pimps in history to actually have a book about the game. That's why I'm so well known around the country.
My books were just about dating and relationships.
You're not a player. I'm a true Mac. There's a difference between a player, a Mac, and a pimp. Okay. And we have to differentiate between that. A player is a person who's sexually motivated. A pimp is a person who's financially motivated. But a Mac is a person who's knowledge and power motivated. And when you have knowledge and power, you have that option to get sex and money at your disposal. You feel me? I'm gonna take a quick second to address this clown. I come from FBA lineage. I stand 10 toes down. I meant what I meant, and I said what I said. I ain't taking advice from somebody who fled. Talking about our reparations claim, you sound lame. It sounds like you're just ashamed you got nothing from Spain. Instead of pocket watching us, pocket watch your home. Cause when things got rough there, your ass was gone. You pudgy little bastard, go eat you a salad. Sitting over there, looking like a broke DJ Khaled. I got something for you, like I'm your employer. I'm sprinkling truth like you sprinkle Goya. You ran from your homeland and fled with the quickness. Now do me a favor, stay out of FBA business. Where are you from, man? Where the hell is that flag from?
That's Uganda. I don't know where your geography teacher did work to.
I'm not familiar with the flag, dude. That's why I asked, sir.
Okay.
Okay, calm down. Shit, brother, the flag is yellow and red and black, and it got a piece of bush meat in the middle. I've never seen that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna ask a question. Don't get offended.
So that's gonna be pig intestine.
All right, but don't get offended, brother. I'm not familiar with the flag. That's why I asked. Calm down, dude.
Yeah, in Uganda we don't eat pig intestine, but I start to feel that. But the thing is, I can speak on the thing when you say FBA is a lineage, but you create that thing last year. You just told out the story how you came up with the creation, how you thought about creating it, and then you lumped it on the people, and then you enforcing people.
Who the hell are you to try to define our lineage? And you sitting over there in the village eating some ostrich egg omelets. How you gonna define our lineage? And you ain't even over here. You ain't got nothing to do with us. You can't define who the hell we are. You can't define us, sir. You're not going to disrespect our lineage by trying to come in here and colonize what we call ourselves.
Well, that's not lineage.
You come from abject poverty. You come from poverty and deprivation. You can't speak on us. You gotta get yourself together.
My guy.
Yeah, you are. Are you in the UK somewhere? Are you in the UK?
Don't worry where I'm on.
Yeah, you had to flee. You fled from Uganda.
Yeah, your ancestors were fleeing.
People no, they're not. No. You hate. No. You don't tell us what the hell our lineage is.
Caribbean and Africa.
You don't tell us what our lineage is.
When the USA was not right, they were fleeing. The people fled.
No, you were, sir. Y'all been fleeing.
Talk about flay. You know people were
fleeing. I'm talking about you fleeing. Yeah, you were fleeing. You from Uganda, sir. You come from a lineage of buck breaking. Y'all got buck broken by the Arabs over there, sir.
You come from a lineage of
No. Let's talk about your history. Let's talk about your history. Yeah. No, sir. No, because y'all used to be the kingdom of Buganda. All right. Y'all were the kingdom, right? Am I telling the truth? No. No. Stop. Don't talk over me. Were you not the kingdom of Buganda at first, right?
The different kingdoms, my guy.
No, it's the same area. Ain't it?
Class, if you try and talk about history.
No. It was the kingdom of Buganda. No, there was a name change. They took the B off. But it was the kingdom of Buganda in the same area, wasn't it?
Buganda is still a kingdom. It's still standing.
Yeah, but it's in that same area, ain't it? It's in the same area, ain't it?
It's going to be the same area where you was never been.
No, I know about your history, though.
No, you know nothing.
Who were the Ugandan martyrs? Who were the Ugandan martyrs? Who were the Ugandan martyrs? Okay, no. Who were the Ugandan martyrs?
Now, don't know about Uganda.
I know. Yes, I do. I'm about to teach you about your history.
The anti-Africa cult in the USA.
Who were the Ugandan martyrs?
Envious to the African people.
Okay, don't talk over me. Don't talk over me, Dudu Tunde. Who were the Ugandan martyrs?
Over here. You're a grown man.
Who were the Ugandan and you grown musty? You grown musty. Who were the Ugandan martyrs? Go.
I'm not trying to.
Who were the Ugandan martyrs?
Talk to me too.
You're not gonna talk over me, Dudu Tunde. Who were the Ugandan martyrs?
From your trauma. That's slavery trauma too much.
Slavery trauma?
Yeah.
Dude, y'all got colonized and remixed and got y'all asses whooped over there by the white people.
That's slavery trauma.
What you talking about? Yeah. To the point where you had to flee. You got spanked so bad you had to flee to Europe.
Slavery trauma talking point, my guy.
No. Trauma, nothing. Y'all were over there getting butt broken. No. Y'all got butt broken by the Arabs, and your king over there, the king
Broken
of
over,
Buganda,
yes.
the king of Buganda was a big old sassy punk who was
You
buck breaking people,
back broken Tira.
No, no, no. Y'all were over there. Yeah,
On
it
TikTok,
was
bro.
called Buganda, and the B was for bussy because that's what they were over there blowing out.
We
All right.
again, you
So
take
you
this day,
understand
say
your
you can't tell
history.
me
You
something.
come from
The
a
same
history
now
of
you still
punks.
standing up right now.
You come from
And
a
say you
lineage
still
of,
crying
okay,
like
get
a
off my
dog.
phone.
You
You
want to cry
babbling.
on
You
TikTok.
come from a lineage of punks. Y'all king over there, the king of, y'all look up the king of Buganda. He was a big old sassy punk up there buck breaking other men. And the Ugandan martyrs were men who didn't want to get buck broken, so they ended up getting killed because they didn't want to get their bussy spread by the damn king over there. That's what he comes from, a kingdom of punks, booty warriors. You don't come telling us about our lineage, and you come from having your Bucci cat blown out by your king. The hell out of here. You ain't about to tell us nothing about no history. Look that up. Don't tell, hey, yo, Kota, yo, Kota, you don't know your shut up. The hell out of here. You ain't telling us about our culture and you'd have been buck broken. Y'all claim the fame as a buck breaking over there. They're buck breaking each other. Boy, these people got a lot of nerve. You don't get to talk about anything in our lineage. You don't get to define nothing. You don't get to say nothing. Hell out of here. We don't have orphans running around in foundational Black American society, sir. We don't have just kids running around abandoned willy-nilly in our society. We don't have children that are put in brothels like y'all do over there. Y'all have designated places where y'all let white tourists come over there and have their way with children. We don't do no shit like that over here. You really want to talk about civilization and who a culture? That's your culture, sir. I'm looking at a bigger picture, and my bigger picture is when other people come over here, um, what is the agenda? Is the agenda to undermine us? Because there's a lot of vitriol. And we're saying that a lot of this immigration don't really benefit us. That's what I'm saying. Because you're not reinforcement for us. We do have some riders, but the problem is we have a lot of folks who come in with a lot of real weird energy, a lot of tribalism, and we don't want
Oh my
tribalism to be infused upon us. That's the real issue that we have, especially when we are utilizing resources to bring you here. Or
I think your mindset, is I can see it from insecurity. You are insecure. That's the issue.
that's a projection, sir.
Yeah, that's insecurity.
That's a
Because when people come here, we are taking
slow down. Insecurity is having to flee your homeland. Nothing says insecure
you
more than
you
fleeing.
you are talking about us trying to take something from you, what belongs to you.
Do you have that we're going to be insecure about, sir? What do you have going on?
If you think we are taking your jobs, if you think we are taking your resources as how you define it, that's insecurity.
No, it's
Why do you have to fear us when you see us?
sir. We're not fearing the Uber driver. We're not fearing you, sir. Let's get straight.
Oh,
Sir.
the
We're not
Uber
fearing
driver.
the Uber driver.
Yeah, obviously you have some
We're
Uber
not,
drivers.
but damn
You
it, no,
go to the
it's not fear. I don't want my tax dollars going to people who are basically ungrateful. I don't want my tax dollars going to people who's going to turn around and bite me in the ass. These immigrants, they come over here and they tell foundational Black Americans, look, nigga, you lazy akata, I came here with $3 and some bush meat and I made it. How come you're not making it? They run that game. Family, do y'all know that's what's all in that U.S. aid? Boy, they get a grab bag of damn goodies before they even get here, man. I'm looking into some of this USA because they're really tripping out that it got stopped. They start really freaking out. When Trump announced that US aid is going to stop, boy, things got very musty around the country. People started getting musty, freaking out. And they're like, uh-oh. I'm like, what the hell is in this USA? And I'm like, oh, damn, everything is in it.
FBA family, don't ever let these people run that game. Now, I know they get funding, and I know different entities give them funding, but that U.S. aid, man, that's like the golden damn goose of goodies, man. Do y'all know that U.S. aid, the U.S., your tax dollars, it funds small business grants and microloans to these people? You understand? It helps them start businesses before they even get here. Man, don't let these people run no game. They get all types of goodies. Man, they get agricultural and economic development aid. They get farming equipment, fertilizer, agricultural training to stabilize their economies. Yeah. We don't get that over here as foundational Black Americans. They get direct humanitarian aid, food, housing, medical care over there. You see? Our tax dollars, even in their home country, they get these little refugee camps or whatever. We're giving them free food, free housing, free medical supplies, free water programs. Yeah. So that allows them to save a lot of money before they can even immigrate over here. We don't get none of that shit. We got to struggle for food. We got to struggle for housing. We got to go through bullshit with the insurance company with our medical issues. Yeah. Man, don't let nobody run no game. And also, man, a lot of our money, it provides security and military training over there, too, to stabilize those countries. They get military training, weapons, law enforcement funding, so they can have police agencies over there making sure things are stable. We fund this stuff. You understand? So a lot of these people are stabilized by U.S. intervention, even before they arrive here. Chuka, what's up, Chuka?
Yeah, what's good, Tariq?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Love your show. Appreciate all the information. Well, I'm gonna disagree a little bit with the aid money. Um, yeah, man, it would be great if we got some aid. I was born and raised in America, but my parents are Nigerian.
Okay.
Man, we ain't get shit. Most of the aid money actually goes to our corrupt politicians who are fucking up our countries. It don't go to the actual people, but it would be great if it did. I mean, I would be living large instead of living with roaches and shit when I was growing up. So,
Wow.
a lot of the tractors they have line items that say that they go to like to buy tractors and to buy all this farm equipment, but it actually just goes to the Minister of Agriculture, and he just pockets hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's living lavishly in Dubai. Um, you've been to Africa for sure. I've seen a lot of your work and stuff. And you see how messed up the infrastructure is and how messed up most of the country is, most of the countries are. And they're giving us trillions of dollars of aid, but on ground, it's not manifesting into anything where people literally got to leave on boats and stuff to go to Europe or come over to America. So, I mean, I don't want people to get the wrong impression that the U.S. aid is literally giving African immigrants direct cash like money into their accounts, which I mean, it's not happening.
No, but
I wish it was happening, but it's not.
the problem, no, what I'm saying isn't correct. They can't just go over there and give it to each individual. Yes, they're going to give it to the people in charge, but the problem is your people are so scandalous, they're the money off before they can give it to you.